Hey, what's good, guys? I apologize in advance if I have any coughing or scratchy voice. I'm getting over a cold. My throat is like itchy as hell, and I'm popping one of those things, cough drops, like they're going out of style. Well, today is not Gears of War. Today is Black Ops. Black Ops is what I'm playing. This game, interesting little fact. I'm playing 5-man deep, meaning I have a team of 5, and these guys I don't normally play with all that often, so putting up a score like this, even though I was playing with Downies, is fairly impressive. I do play with Gorilla a lot, but for the others, I don't play with them all that much, so we didn't have like a set plan on what to do. And also, I sped up the ending of the video a bit because at the very end, it's literally us against one person, so it's just kind of useless. It's really stupid. But enough of that. The loadout I'm using, as you saw, was my walking tank class, and what I mean by that is I have Flak Jacket Pro on, so I can survive fire, nades, I toss back nades and reset the timer. That is the best thing ever. I mean, I liked it when it was in World of War tossback, but I never used it. I don't know why, but Flak Jacket Pro, the ability to reset the timer to 2 seconds when you pick it up, saves me and my team so much, because I'm not the only one with Flak Jacket when I normally play Call of Duty. In objective game modes. So just like having them throw it at me, and I just throw it right back at them, and the timer's so short, it just kills them. So yeah. Also, attack mask on. So since I'm playing headquarters or objective game modes, I don't like to, be sitting there stunned and like can't see things for like 10 minutes. So that's a good, addition to that. And I'm using my baby, the AK-47. But enough of that. I've already went on for about 2 minutes about nothing. Woody's Gamertag actually did a video a little while back, probably like 3 days before this recording started anyway. He was talking about what is the best Call of Duty, and he started with COD 2. I didn't play COD 2. I didn't play COD 3, so we're gonna skip those two. COD 4 was one of the best in the series, hands down. I actually had no problems with gun balance. You could have literally used any gun you wanted in the game. He says you couldn't, but from my point of view, the way I played it, I only played hardcore. I got sucked into hardcore because I like the realism. I guess the realism, I'm using air quotes. But I really like that slower paced gameplay, and I played Search and Destroy, so it was really, really competitive. People are always trash talking each other and doing this. And by no means was I good at Call of Duty 4. I was god awful. Like, I had a negative KD for about like 5 months out of the game. It was so bad. And then I eventually went into hardcore team deathmatch to raise my KD. But I never really strayed too far from hardcore. I played domination here and there, but for the most part, all I played was hardcore, so my viewpoint was a little bit different from everybody else's. I think COD 4 was a great game. It's really hard for me to pick which is the best, because it's really almost a 3-way tie between the three of them. So World at War. World at War comes out. Almost all my friends that played COD 4 hated World at War. They hated it. They're like, oh god, not another World War II game. It's boring. I don't like the colors. I don't like the guns. I don't like this and that. So I found myself playing solo a lot. And I went right into hardcore. And I gotta tell you, having semi-automatic rifles was amazing. The MP40 didn't bother me because it was a shitty gun in hardcore. It was absolutely terrible because you could easily pick them off across the map with a 357 Magnum. By the way, which was in my top 5. I think it was my number 4 gun with like 4,000 kills. So I used all the guns pretty much. You could use pistols and had fun. Now that's for hardcore. So once again, the MP40 didn't really bother me all that much. But another interesting fact about World at War was tanks. And they were in hardcore for a while, until the developers found that it just didn't work with hardcore for whatever reason, and they took it out. So, while everybody, I guess, hated vehicles, I never really got the chance to experience them until later on, and I'll get to that later. But World at War really, really grasped me. I had so much fun, and that is where I met the forum boys. I actually went on the Call of Duty HQ and started posting there, and I met up with Wiggs and Grit, and eventually we formed our own website and things like that. And of course, since I played hardcore, I was in the minority, and I'm not one to impede on others' fun. So I had to make the transition to core, and that was pretty difficult for me because there was the MP40 jug, which I'm not gonna say wasn't overpowered because let's face it, it was pretty stupid. But you could counter it. You could take people down with the Thompson, or as Cortez said in his video, the Type 100. There were ways to counter it. It wasn't like God mode now, like you see that now. I can't say that the game. I would still play the game if it wasn't hacked and my disc worked. My disc has a crack in it. I had so much fun because finally where I met a good group of players and like for the first time had a real good group of players in over like a year and a half. So that was the fun factor for me. I had so much fun in World War. It's like up there, number 1, 2. It's like really close. Modern Warfare 3. Oh my god, that game was a fucking flaming piece of shit that I've ever played. Nothing has ever made me rage quite as bad as Modern Warfare 2 has. I would get mad at my family for talking to me. It was just it made me rage so bad that like my friends didn't want to talk to me. I hated it. I don't know why I played it. The only reason I can think of was to play with my friends that I made on Xbox in World at War. And ironically, as much as I hate, and as much as I sit here and tell you how shitty of a game Modern Warfare 2 was, it's still by far the Call of Duty I put the most time in. And for whatever reason, I have no idea. I should have never played that much. 30-something days is way too much for one game. And I can go on forever about the perk setups, one-man army, danger close, MLC. You have some people complain about kill streak stacking. I don't really have a problem with that too much, but the fact that you could have 2 Harriers, a chopper gunner, and AC-130 in the air at the same time, this is complete bullshit. You got replenishing explosives through scavenger. Like what he said, this dude earned a nuclear bomb using claymores. That should never happen. You shouldn't be able to do that. You had nuke boosters in almost every game type, pretty much. You had 10th prestige lobbies, challenge lobbies. You had all this shit, people hacking the game. Not to mention those fucking Rust games where you got sucked in and you were getting spawn killed by an AC-130 and a chopper gunner, and you look at the scoreboard and the dude's got 5,000 kills because he wants to have fun and suck everybody into that game. You have no recoil weapons. The UMP shot across the map. The ACR literally didn't fucking move. You had danger close with noob tubes. Like, you could literally just point a tube at a flag and there was no counter to it. You could put a blast shield on, but that removed your HUD. Also, it only made the explosives back to the original damage, which would kill you, so that was completely stupid. And as much as I loved shotguns as secondaries, that was the dumbest idea ever. People running around with a spaz, people corner camping with the AA-12, things like that was just fucking terrible. Scavenger shouldn't have replaced your shit. You had javelin glitches. Okay, cool. So now I hit these sort of buttons in an order, throw a grenade, and now I have a javelin. And when I run into a room with danger close on, I blow up like a fucking nuke and kill 5 people. The rock glitches on Fuel or whatever the hell that map was called finally just got patched. Care package glitches, the numerous ones, the speed one, and the 2 that made you get unlimited. They fucking took forever to fix glitches. They had hacked lobbies, 18 game Rust games, like I said earlier, and things like that. All that stuff meshed together just pissed off the players. Nobody liked it. It was terrible. It was god-awful, and people look back on it and say it is the best one, and people say that it is awesome, and that it is so good, and that Black Ops is so boring, and they can go suck a dick, because there's no way in hell Black Ops is nearly as bad as Modern Warfare 2. And of course I'm trying to be nerd ragey, so don't actually tell me I'm mad, because I'm not really all that mad. And then we come to Black Ops. People bitch about how boring it is. Okay, because you didn't have kill streaks that stacked like crazy. You didn't have 12 kill streaks in the air at once. You didn't have all this stuff. That makes it boring. It also makes it boring because, I forget. There's Ghost, right? I bitch about Ghost all the time. There's no denying it. I'm like what he said in his video. A dude will throw a nade over a building and kill me. I'll still bitch about Ghost. I'll be like, oh god, he's using Ghost. And it's really... That stuff happened in Modern Warfare 2 because they were camping for nukes or boosting for nukes and things like that. And since stopping power was everybody's crutch, they didn't use cold-blooded. So there. The FAMAS is not overpowered. It is my #1 gun, but I feel like the AK-47 best sit. I feel like the Galil best sit. Like this, the Commando is actually pretty good. It's not as good as the FAMAS, but it's pretty good. The AUG is a much better gun, and people say it's just a clone. I used to hate the AUG, but it is a much better gun than the FAMAS. And I probably went over on this video, so I'm completely sorry. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Leave your comments down below which you think the best Call of Duty is. For me, it's probably World at War or COD 4. I can't really decide between the two, but if I had to, probably World at War. Like I said, leave your comments, your ideas below, and I'll get back to you. Peace.